question: are there any plans to make iVlog TV Pro accounts more attractive to non-broadcasters? This is something that obviously I was thinking about from the very beginning, because not everybody who uses iVlog TV is a caster. Some people are very supportive of the site, but they don't cast. They're mostly chatters. So we have to take those people into consideration. So there was a couple more questions that I'm going to integrate into this one question, because we also got a question: is there any chance of getting more colours for the chat, which I can also put into this question, and also will there be timestamps for the chat? So this kind of goes along the same lines as what we can do for the chat itself rather than the video for casters. So certainly to make a pro account more attractive to non-casters, we will be having some upgrades to do with emoticons. We will also be having more options available for chat colours for pro account users, and these kind of things we've found are really important to people who don't cast but use the chat. They really love emoticons and playing with the chat and, you know, hanging out in shows, and they want more features along those lines. So they're not so interested in the video stuff. So yeah, for sure, we definitely have included that in our future releases, which we are currently working on. So we will be bringing out more emoticons plus custom emoticons. We haven't done that so far because it requires a whole app to be built, which we've planned for the future. So custom emoticons will become available for pro account holders in the future. Timestamps, actually very easy to do. Not quite sure why I didn't include it anyway, but it was just one of the things that I didn't add in the chat. So yes, I can include timestamps. I can put that on my to-do list. If it's suggested, it becomes popular and it's what people want, I will certainly add it to the chat. That's not a problem at all. Next question: what are we doing to get more people to sign up / stay on the site? So what we've done is we've concentrated on building a platform, and the whole time that iVlog's been open, we've been constantly adapting it and making it more reliable. I mean, you know, we've got a very stable platform. It hardly ever crashes. Knock on wood, touch wood. Hardly ever crashes. People have made comments like it's the best video quality they've seen, it's the best audio quality they've heard, it's got great features. So those things alone should attract people to the site. It's up to the casters to promote their shows. And that's not just on Facebook, because not everybody is on Facebook. You know, it's get in touch with your old Blog TV friends on Skype or email, or, you know, if you know them in real life and things like that. And really get your own shows promoted to get the viewers in there. It's something that I can't really assist in too much, apart from, you know, promoting the site on Facebook as much as we are doing already. However, people have asked about advertising the site, and what you have to remember is to go into advertising for the site, it is quite a costly thing to do. So what we have to do is we have to make sure that we get it right and we do it at the right time. If we do it wrong and we mistime it, then it's going to be money down the drain and it's not going to work for the site. So we have to make a key time to do that. And things that we have coming out very soon will certainly put us in a better position to promote the site. I don't want to promote it while it's in beta too much. And we're doing okay, but the promotion will come when there's a couple of questions coming up which may answer this a bit more clearly, but yes, we will be advertising it. It's certainly something that we're gearing up. We've actually been in communication with quite some time about making sure that we're getting it right. It's not just going to be ad hoc, we're actually going to plan it to make sure that we're doing it right. Next question: apps for Android and iOS. This has been quite a popular question, actually. Mobile casting is something that I wanted from the beginning. We did have someone that was looking into designing a mobile app for us, but it never really got off the ground. So it was difficult for me to kind of grab that and run with it when I was concentrating on, you know, getting the main functions of the platform up and running, which were critical. So it kind of got put aside while we were tweaking the site. However, as things are starting to, you know, be a lot more stable now and run a lot smoother, I can put more concentration into, you know, future things that are happening. So I have already started the process of mobile casting. That doesn't mean it's going to be done overnight. You've got to remember that these things are very complicated. There's a lot of testing to do, but you can be rest assured that it's something that is definitely coming out, and we've already started the process to get that done. So I'm talking with developers about doing that. I'm not a mobile developer myself, so I couldn't do that myself. So I hope that answers the question. Okay, next question is, can you add a command to turn off or on the search option? This is kind of one of those difficult questions, is because we were asked, we didn't have a search option at the beginning, and we were asked, can we have a search option? So we added the search option, and now people are asking to turn it off. What you have to remember is that it's very, very difficult to add functions to a site that not everybody's going to love. So, you know, you have to sort of go with a majority of what people want and understand that not everyone's going to like it. So what I tend to favour is things like, if we bring something out, is to make it an option to turn off. So what I think would be a better answer to that question would be, we could maybe make it a pro feature, so you can actually turn, you know, people can't search for you if you've got it switched off and you're a pro user. But also what we have to consider is that going to be detrimental to the site? Because searching for people, you know, people pop on in their own room, they search for people, oh, they're hanging out in that room, and they'll go and check them out. So if they don't have that ability, are they going to say, oh, no one's on, and they're going to leave? You have to take all these things into consideration. So if it's something that people want, then by all means I will code it in there. But we do have to consider those kind of factors. Is it going to be detrimental to the site? So maybe in a future release we can add that, but I would like to have a bit more of a discussion with our development community to make sure that that is something that a lot of people are going to want. So, but even so, good question. Next question: can there be a notification, like a sound, blinking tab, etc., when I get a PM if I'm in another tab? Interesting question. We've actually been asked this a couple of times. It's not hugely popular, but I have heard this question before. It does sound like an idea. I have looked briefly into it. It's not too much of an issue, but my question would be, why are you not paying attention to the site? You know, I am kidding, of course. It's, you know, yeah, if you get a PM, something like that, then we can possibly put like a little flashing tab or something like that. But, you know, so iVlog becomes an alternative tab for you. It should be the main tab, and, you know, when you get a PM on another site, why do they not have a blinking tab? You know, so same question. But again, it goes along the same lines as, please suggest it. If it becomes popular, then I will certainly take a look at that. Why is it not possible to recover a stream key if someone has bought a Pro before, and will this be changed in the future? There has been very long discussion since we even started iVlog about stream keys and whether they should be free. It's still an undecided factor. We're still a young site. We're still encouraging a lot of people to come over, and people have said, you know, we would like stream keys to be free, but then you've got to remember a majority of our funding comes from pro account sales. So if people coming on are only going to buy a pro account to get a stream key, then those sales are going to go down. However, you can look at it in the opposite to say, well, if we have more casters coming on for using a stream key for free, then you know, then we'll have a lot more shows going on. We've got a lot more people on the site, and maybe they will buy a pro account, etc., etc. So it's this question has come up time and time again. It's still in discussion. There's too many pros and cons balanced at the moment. There's not enough bias one way to actually tell us that it would be a good idea to make them free, or it was you know, it would be a bad idea to make them free. But you know, and there are people I can see in the chat now, is people are saying, but other sites make it free. Right, okay, but they haven't always been free. You've got to, you know, the big players like Twitch TV and stuff, you know, they actually charge per bandwidth. They will charge, and a lot of money per bandwidth as well. So not just because another site is doing it free doesn't mean that, you know, we should too. It's, you know, we've got to cater for what our audience needs. Now, our audience needs a site that can basically be stable, have really good functionality, and that costs money. So we have to focus very much on our pro account sales. So, as I said, by making that free, does that mean that our pro account sales are going to go down? I don't know. However, we do very often. We've had 2 already to make pro accounts free in a promotion. So we will continue doing that. So that's all I can say when it comes to free stream keys, is look out for the iVlog TV promotions, because we give away pro accounts for free, and that enables you to grab your stream key. Now, once you've grabbed your free stream key during those promotions, that stream key will not expire. So you can continue using your stream key for free as long as your account is open. So that's how we're kind of balancing that act. So and we will be having more promotions as time goes on. So for now, that's our answer, is we will be doing promotions to give away pro accounts, trial pro accounts for free, and until we get a little bit further down the line, a little bit bigger, then we may decide to just make them free anyway. But I want to give pro account users more functionality before we can do that, which I will be getting to in a moment. Will you be optimizing the chat layout, i.e. reducing font sizes, borders of different chat areas, minimizing the chat button bar on the right? What is your opinion on that? Okay, as I kind of discussed just a moment ago, that iVlog TV is a very progressive site. We adapt, we develop, we improve the site constantly, and again, I have to say this, but it's very, very difficult to try and make absolutely everybody happy. You know, every change we make, there are going to be people that love it, there are going to be people that hate it, and that's a fact. We just cannot do everything for everybody, otherwise it will be a complete mess. So we do have to be careful of what we change and how we change it. Now, there will be changes to the layout for sure. I mean, the layout was, you know, we're in first edition, the layout is our first edition. That will be progressing as we go. We will be making bigger video, we will make the chat bigger, we will make profile pages bigger, we'll be adding features to the profile pages. All those will be coming. But as I say, what we've done so far is we've brought out a lot of features. We've had a second design of a chat, which took a long time. We've also, you know, been working on the site and making it very stable. So it's taken a lot of work to get where we are right now. But what you'll see now is now that we have got, you know, a stable platform, we can now move on and start throwing features at the site and making it much bigger. So what you're going to start seeing is more features coming out a lot more quickly. Okay, and that's how we're going to be adapting the site. It's going to be a big progression from now. Chat lab, but yeah, again, our suggestions. You know, make suggestions. We will use the suggestions. If you like it up, I'll be talking more about the suggestions in a moment. But like them up, and the popular ones we'll take a look at and we'll redesign. Someone said the 15 most liked list needs to go. My opinion on this, my personal opinion on this, and what I've seen so far is that it's proved actually to be quite successful and very popular. And again, going by the other questions, it's not to everybody's taste. I understand that. I fully understand that. And you don't have to use it at all. But I know that people do like the likes feature. They like to see who's popular, and we did change that. We did actually adapt it a little while ago, because we had it the most liked all time, and what you have is people that join the site at the very beginning were way up there in the likes, and people just joining were struggling to catch up. So we readapted it to make it how many likes you got in the last 48 hours, how many likes you got in the last week, and overall. So it's a much more level playing field now. You can join the site and within one day you could be on the top of the most liked today. So you know, it does actually cater for absolutely everybody on the site. But I do again understand that not everybody is going to like it. I fully appreciate that, and what can I do? I take it away, and then all the people that like it complain because they really liked it. It's back to the old I can't please everybody. So I apologise if you don't like it, but just don't use it. It's not, if it's not important to you, then it's not important to you. You don't need to use it. Next question: will there be any change to the front page? Definitely, yes. What you see on the front page, what you see on the Live Now, and what you see on the profiles, etc., in fact the entire site, is no way a final draft of what the site will be. In fact, what is a final draft? I don't see any site that sticks to one format and just stays there and leaves it. It's a constant development. However, this goes back to the advertising thing, is we do have to redesign the front page and make it more attractive for people hitting the site before we advertise. We do have to make the Live Now